All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to take a tour of a place you know really, really well, your own home. But we're going to be looking at it a little differently. We're going to learn the Mandarin names for all those common things you see and use, well, every single day.
So, just for a second, take a look around you. Your desk, the living room, whatever's on the table. How many of those things can you actually name in Chinese? 1? 2? Maybe a few more? Just get a number in your head.
Because I promise you, in just the next few minutes, that number is about to get a lot bigger. Our goal here is super simple: to give your everyday vocabulary a massive, practical boost. Ready? Let's get started.
Okay, for our first stop, we're just going to look at some of those common electronics and tools you can find pretty much anywhere in any house.
First up, the all-powerful remote control. Then you've got your headphones, the little box that brings you the internet, your router, and for just, cutting stuff, you've got scissors. Now check this out, because there's a cool pattern here. The batteries that power everything and the vacuum cleaner you use for the floors. You'll see both of those words end with a character that kind of tells you what it is. One relates to electricity, and the other just means device. Pretty neat, right? Off to a great start.
All right, let's head into what's often the heart of the home, the kitchen. I mean, this room is just packed with essential everyday items.
Let's start with the basics: how we eat. So you've got your fork, your spoon, and of course, chopsticks. Pretty straightforward, right?
Now, to get the food ready, you might need a cleaver and a cutting board. And here's another one of those cool little patterns. See how they both start with the same character? That's the character for vegetables or a dish. And then to serve it all up, you'll need a bowl, a plate, and a cup.
Okay, moving on from the kitchen, let's step into the workspace. Whether you've got a full-blown home office or just a desk in the corner, these words are absolutely essential.
Let's picture setting up your desk. First thing you need is your keyboard. Then you grab your mouse. For taking notes, you've got your notebook and, of course, a pen.
And what about those little lifesavers for quick thoughts and reminders? You know, the ones you stick everywhere? Yep, there's a word for sticky notes. A super useful word for a super useful item.
All right, our tour is now taking us to that part of the house where we get ready to face the world. The bedroom, the closet, the bathroom, that whole area.
Oh, I love this example. It's just a brilliant way to see how Mandarin builds new words from existing ones. Okay, so you have the word for glasses. Now, the word for sun is 2 characters. So what do you think sunglasses are? Literally, sunglasses. It's so wonderfully logical, isn't it?
Now let's just run through some clothing basics. You've got your t-shirt, and you can actually hear how that's based on the English sound. Then there are jeans, a sweater, a jacket, and of course, shoes.
And what about the finishing touches? For your teeth, you've got a toothbrush and toothpaste. See that first character they share? That means tooth. Then there's lipstick and perfume. And check this last one out. A nail cutter is literally fingernail plus knife. It's another one of those perfect examples of how the language just makes sense.
Okay, for the final stop on our little whirlwind tour, let's do a quick raid on the pantry and the fridge for some of the most common foods and drinks.
So let's look at some of those staples. You know, a slice of bread, a glass of milk, an apple, a piece of chocolate, and for many of us, that essential morning cup of coffee.
And we can't forget the stuff that adds all the flavor. We're talking salt, pepper, and even that bottle of ketchup. You can basically describe the entire setup on your dining table now.
So, remember that number you thought of at the very beginning? Well, in just the past few minutes, we have blown past 60 new words. That is a huge boost to your vocabulary, and it's all tied to the world that's literally right in front of you.
You know, the best part about all this is that you don't need flashcards or some special app to practice. Your practice space is your home. Every single room you walk into is now like a living vocabulary lesson. The stuff you use every day, that's your new study guide.
So as we wrap this up, I'm just going to leave you with one simple question. Look around you one more time. After all the words we just went through, what's the first object you're going to point to and name in Mandarin? Go on, give it a shot.